Hey ladies, it's Gina stitching with my bestie, and today is Saturday, December 19th, I believe, and I just wanted to come on and talk with y'all today and give you a little update on what's been going on with me and show you what I've been working on. So I did want to tell y'all that I know I've mentioned several times I had some health problems going on this year, and I just wanted to let y'all know that I actually was diagnosed with breast cancer in February. I was supposed to have my surgery in March, but because of COVID, I didn't get to do that. So I ended up having my surgery in July, and got through that great. I'm cancer free, but you have to go through chemo too, so I've been doing that, and I've just been kind of having some problems. When you have chemo, it's kind of hard on your body, so that's why I haven't filmed. I think it's been since May. I did Stitch Mania, and so I just wanted to let you know that, and I'm doing great now. Today was the first time I really felt like I could get on and just feel like myself again. So anyway, but I have a surprise for y'all, and that is I have a guest coming on today, and here she is. It's my bestie.
We can do this. Yeah.
So anyway, we're going to show you our fully finishes, our whips, and kind of give you an update on what we might be starting some new stuff before the end of the year. So I'm gonna go first, and I have 3 finishes. 2 of them I don't actually have the pattern for because I gave them to somebody. So anyways, the first one I started this for Stitch Mania, and I showed y'all my beginning on it, and I did finish it.
So pretty.
And it's so pretty. I just love it. And I used all the called for colors. And I just think it turned out so pretty. And I can't wait to get it framed. Or maybe I might do a pillow. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. But it was really a quick stitch. It didn't take me all that much time to do it. So I really enjoyed it. So that's the first one. And then this is another one of my starts from Stitch Mania, and I actually finished it.
Love it.
I was telling you how much I love stitching this, and I really love stitching it. It was so much fun.
What pattern is it?
And this is Little House, and it is called Home Sweet Home, I believe. But I don't have the pattern because I believe I gave this one to my sister after I finished it. So. But if you go back to my last one in May, I actually showed everything I did on there. And if you remember, I did tell you I changed the greenery to pea pod because the one they had called for it was brown. It didn't look like greenery at all. So that's the only thing I changed on that though. And then this one here, I actually had to send the pattern back to the person I borrowed it from, and I had showed this to y'all in May. I was almost finished with, halfway finished with it, so I completed Rosy Morning by Blackbird Design. And I know it's on I want to say 28 count Jobelin I don't remember the actual color of it. But I know it's an even weave, so it's Jobelin for sure. And I used all the called for colors except for, if you remember, I told you on the roof, I changed that to, I want to say Acorn. But that was really a fun stitch. I started this, I want to say in February or March, and I finished it about last week actually. So those are, oh yeah, and one more finish I have, which is my Anniversaries of the Heart.
That's
I
a
told
piece
you
of
I was
fabric.
starting on that. Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I told you I was starting on this this little sampler one, and it is out of the book Swan Lake, and it's actually the extra pattern, and that's Blackbird. And so I finished that one.
Beautiful.
So I have those 3 totally finished except for the initials and things. I'm going to do that at the end. And then I started on the next one. I got that far so far. And it is called A Wish for You by Blackbird too. And I'm changing some colors on some things and not on others, and I'm keeping a list of it. So when I get done with the whole thing and I know all the color changes I made, I'll let y'all know if anybody's interested. If if they want to know what I did to it, then they can. But yeah, so I've got that, and then there's one more on this end, and that'll be how big it's going to be. And then
Big.
there's 3 rows total, so I've got some big projects going on. I started 3 or 4 huge projects this year. I don't know what I was thinking doing them all at once, but I enjoy working on them, so it's been fun. So that is my finishes. As you can see, I haven't done that many because I haven't been stitching that much when I don't feel well, so.
Well, it's just
Tina's
amazing.
got some great stuff. I can't wait to see what she's got.
It's amazing how when we started, I was just trying to kind of think back, and we were Ada, and we were petrified of linen, and then,
That's all.
it's just, and our styles, and it is just really amazing. I love stitching on linen, and I didn't think I
do too.
would.
I do. I love it.
So, okay, so I'm showing my fully finishes. Okay, well, mine are FFOs.
Yeah, she's got FFOs because Tina's so much better than fully finishing than I am. I have so many projects that aren't even. I've stitched and haven't finished yet.
Well, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm Gadget Girl Stitcher, and I've posted a few things. I guess the last year, especially, we were talking a pandemic. To me, I really never even thought about that word. And then in March, I went into work that morning, and that afternoon, I was sent home and didn't come back to work until June.
Yeah,
so I
crazy.
was blessed and was able to work from home. But this is actually the first time I've been in Gina's house this year.
Yeah, so that just
and
kind
this
of
has been the. Ooh, I'm not gonna do
don't
that.
Do it.
But this has been the first. It's FaceTime has been a lifesaver.
Yes.
When I was working from home, our little sewing circle and would get together and FaceTime every Wednesday, and we would stitch together and talk, and that's just been a lifesaver for so many.
So now we do it on her lunch hour.
Yeah, on Wednesdays, and it's also been a blessing to see so many new people.
Oh, I mean, all the new Flosstubes.
Yeah,
I mean,
it has just been amazing the way it's connected everybody. It's just like our souls are hungry for
fellowship with other
women, and it's really just been a blessing. But one of the things I did, I changed, and I don't know how all the legal things and all that, but what I did was I did my wordplay for December a little bit different. The actual pattern.
I mean, I just love this. This is beautiful.
Has Santa. Here it is. It's Brenda Gervais. Ooh, it's showing the little. I should have took it out.
There you go.
And it's got the Santa Claus and the reindeer. And I don't really do Santa Claus anymore. So
Isn't that the cutest little?
I just got a piece of paper and graph paper. And I used the nativity scene from Town Church, the little bitty nativity there, and I fit that in where the reindeer were. And then I used Let Us Adore Him by Country Cottage Needleworks. And I used that church. And I just kind of
I mean, you're using their
around.
Patterns. You're just, so this is kind of a mixture of those 2 Little House patterns.
And I changed some of the words.
And wordplay. Mm-hmm. And she just did what, the words that meant something to her. Mm-hmm. And we can do that. We're not selling this. We're not, we're just doing our own little thing with it. So I think it's beautiful.
Well, thank you.
I did such a beautiful job.
I bought this little stand at Hobby Lobby, and then I just do the magnet, and I took that off. There was some little doodad on there, and I just do.
Was it one of those clips?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, see what you can do with anything. You can take anything and make it into.
So I have this year. I have completed all the word plays.
Yes,
I've completed all the
little house
cottages.
Or is that country cottage?
Country
cottages?
It's the cottages.
Yeah, we don't know.
And I forgot to bring that one. And I did the ABCs, the
Yeah.
seasons, the 4 seasons. And I forgot to bring that
Like
one
the
too.
long one
Yeah.
that we were working on.
But that's the one that I used there.
I love
My
that.
next one was, and I saw this the first time and just had to
Oh, it's
have it. And I
beautiful.
just love it. Silent Night, Holy Night.
It's
and
like
this,
going to church on Christmas Eve and singing
Yeah.
a song, you know?
this wood was some of the old wood that came from my in-laws' home. And my husband made the frame for me. And he just put a little piece on the back. And this
So-
is
so
Country
crafty.
Cottage Needleworks. It's done on Ada. But here's the pattern. And on this one,
I'm shaking a little bit, sorry.
that's all right.
Let me show that up.
It's got the scrapbook paper
Isn't
I
it
just threw on the
beautiful?
back.
Yeah, she just put a piece of scrapbook, and we know it's acid-free, so it's not going to hurt the linen. Isn't that
So
beautiful?
both of those pieces were Ada. And I don't have any more Ada. I have sold all of my
well,
Ada.
yeah, because I
only
bought
have-
some. I actually bought some of her Ada from her because I'm
Yes.
teaching my granddaughter in Colorado to stitch, and I wanted to do some little
Now,
packages for her with it.
this one is La Ti Da Emmanuel.
Here, let me get it.
Okay.
That way you can.
It's kind of natural. You always take my stuff and
Oop.
because I don't.
There, it's not shiny on there.
Okay.
I love this.
And
pattern.
I turned it into just a little hanger.
It's so
and
cute.
put some of these little. I hang this on my china cabinet. But after I did it, if you see, there's these little red berries. I don't know how to. What was that stitch I asked you about? Blanket stitch.
Blanket stitch.
I think I'm gonna go around the edges and do
that
a
would
blanket.
be so cute.
I thought my sewing machine might be able to do it, but it's not going to be wide enough. And I need to learn how to
that
do
would be
it.
so cute.
But I love this.
And you just give it some of that little red color. Mm-hmm. I really love it too.
It was a fun stitch.
It's really pretty.
And that is on...
So now I can borrow this pattern.
Yes, you can borrow that pattern.
I've been
And
wanting to stitch it.
to tell you...
But we can't even get near each other. We haven't been near each other in a
I
year.
know, and I haven't went to church the last few weeks, and I've been telling everybody in the office to stay away from me because I didn't want to...
Miss out on our day together.
Yes. This is on R&R Linen Stars Hollow.
Oh,
No,
I
it's
just-
not. This is vintage smoky white linen,
Yeah, I was
32
going to say,
count.
I didn't think it was Stars Hollow.
No, it's not.
I love that smoky white. It's so pretty.
I just can't believe we're stitching on linen.
I know. What I mean, who knew?
Yeah.
A year ago, we were saying, "Oh, we would never stitch on linen."
And
Now
this
that's all
one
we
is
stitch on.
from last year. I finished this. It's the Primitive Merry Christmas Pillow by Abbey Road Design. Oh, I love the font. I love
It's
it.
beautiful. So I can.
Makes me
Can
think.
I have this one now?
Yes, you can use that one now.
I'm borrowing all of her patterns.
I'm
but I
gonna have to
didn't want
write it in the
stitch.
back of my book because
say,
she's
Gina's got it.
Gina's got it. We've got this.
It's
checkout
not. It's
system.
not mine forever. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. But anyway, here is the little
So-
pillow
oh,
I
it's
made.
so cute.
Now I could have made the corners. I need to watch Vanna's finishing, but I do like putting things on the back
That's really cute.
and filling it, not trying
Yeah.
to make the seam. And
That is so
don't know.
cute. That little button.
just makes me think about when you watch those movies and people in the sled with that blanket over
Yeah.
them, and you hear the jingle
It's
bells.
just so primitive. It's so pretty.
Love it, love it, love it.
Love that one.
Okay, so that is all of my Christmas finishes. Now to show you one of my last finishes that I did. If you remember the fabric drama from Letters from Mom. I had my Papa's letters, and I wanted to make this, and I had started stitching it on a green piece of fabric, Ada. And I ended up doing this.
Sorry, the cat's trying to get in my. Is standing on my stitching right now. Do you want to say hello? Here. There you go. You can be one of our besties. You want to be our bestie? Huh?
She scares me because she's kind of,
Well, she's
she's
yeah.
a Siamese.
She can be like really sweet, and all of a sudden she just loses her mind and bites you.
I don't know.
She's staring at the camera.
Where I wrote this, and if you want to know, I'll let Gina know later, but I don't know where my letters from Papa went, where I had it written, what it was on.
I love
But this
that.
is on, I think it's on Even Weave,
It looks
maybe.
like. No, that's linen.
Okay, I can find it. But here it is, all finished.
I mean, it just turned out so beautiful.
And
I
I was
definitely
so-
like it better than the colored
Yeah,
ones
they
we're using.
pop.
They just kind of.
And the fabric that I had bought to go with it, just, I ended up using something else. I like the
Show her
green.
how you did it. Oh,
I
it's
put a
so
little,
cute.
couple keys on here on the back, and I just used a snap, and then I used
Look
that
at that beautiful
fabric,
fabric.
and then I added a piece of lace. But these are all my letters that I have from my papa, and love that. Makes me think of his old workshop where he
Oh,
worked.
that's
but
sweet.
anyway, they're very precious to me, and they go back all the way to 1976.
Wow,
So
that is.
that was
That
a
is
labor of
wonderful.
love, and I'm just makes me happy just to see it sitting in my living room. So that was that's all of my
Finishes.
finishes that I brought. I mean, I've got a lot more, but
But
when
yeah, we couldn't.
Gina and I,
Gina's really good about finishing her stuff. I'm telling you.
But
She
we had
just
talked about-
She does it and goes in there. I just, it's been a hard year for me. One
Hmm.
thing, but I'm just not. I don't really like to finish my stuff. I'd rather somebody else.
and I don't mind finishing my stuff because I
Yeah.
don't think I'm a perfectionist, and I wouldn't feel like if I did yours it would be right.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
You
I'll
don't-
help you.
you don't have to finish
I
my
will
stuff.
help you. I'm here to help her today with some
Yes,
things.
yes.
So we thought we'd get on here and do a video
She's like,
together.
this is my shadow. This is my stitching buddy. She follows me everywhere. But okay, so now why don't you go ahead and show your whips?
Okay.
And then I'll do mine.
We counted the other day, and I think I only have 7 or 8 whips.
I mean, it's amazing. I don't
I
even
was-
want to know how many whips
which
I have.
3 of them are really big, but this is.
But her able to stay home for, what was it,
Oh
2
my
months?
gosh,
3
yes.
months?
Every
She got some
table in my
stitching done.
house has a table runner, a quilted table runner.
Yeah.
I was just, it was crazy all the things
She was
that I
constantly, she would
did.
either go between her stitching in her living room or go into her sewing room, and she would, okay, where are you at today? I'm sewing today.
I don't know where my heart, I had everything, you get everything so nice together,
Yeah.
and then we get scattered.
I don't know what
Anyway,
happened to it.
This is by Latida.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
La-di-da. Oh, it's on the back. There's where it is.
get so prepared. This is, no, it's not. It's Summer House
Oh,
Stitch
yeah.
Works, and it's Hark, Hark, Heart. They don't have a really good picture. If you see there, I at first thought I wasn't going to do the border around there, but now that I'm doing it, I am going to do it. But here's
so
where I
pretty.
am right now. And this is, believe it or not, 40 count. And when I first started,
28. We were like,
yeah, it was so hard to see it. But once you get, if I work on this one consistently, and if I don't take more than a day, it's not hard. But I'm just enjoying, and I am so excited when I come around a corner and I match up and
Oh,
they
yeah.
meet. It's like, I am doing it. I am. I can't believe it, but it's just, it's a lot of fun.
yeah. I
Now-
haven't tried 40 yet. I'm up to 36. I did buy a little small piece of 40 about a week and a half ago. It came, and I'm going to stitch something on it just to see if my poor eyes can even do that, because there's something I want to stitch on 40, but it's kind of big, not too
Yeah.
big, but big, and I don't want to do it too big. So
Gina asked me to bring this.
I love this, and
Or
I
I
have
wouldn't-
this, and I have not started it. But every time she shows it to me that she's working on it, I'm just like, oh, I want to start that, but I can't because I've got too many big projects.
Now, if you remember, any of you that scrapbook, or even those of you that you remember when we'd cut them out in pictures in the shape of the star
Yeah,
back
yeah.
in the
In
80s,
the olden
90s, and
days.
and then we would cut the ovals, and we just, and then you went through that phase where you would like quadruple mat things. Anyway, well, you think about going back to your old books and tearing it out and redoing it, but we all agreed we'd leave it
Yeah,
like that
it's
so
like,
we could say,
you
look
know,
where I've come from.
right.
So I am putting this disclaimer in here so when you glaringly see where I messed up.
No, you're not going to even probably notice if she doesn't say anything.
Yeah. But this is Love Never Fails by Barbara Ann Designs. Isn't that the name?
Yeah.
Barbara
Anna.
Barbara Anna. Okay.
I love that. It's
Yeah.
so, I just...
This was my very first piece of linen. And, well, this is actually Lugana vintage cloth, 25. And it says stitch count, and I wrote very small.
That's not what that means.
I know, but I was like, it's small. But here it is. This,
It's
if you
just
remember when I
beautiful.
started this is where I...
She started up.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be over here, but she realized she'd
I
stitched
thought
up.
it was like
Yeah.
this, and then it was like this, and I'm learning. I really need to slow down and pay attention before, maybe say a prayer, but look at the word fails in there. That's a good word to leave like that.
That's right.
Fails. I failed to center that, but everything's going.
I just love it. Everything
Yeah.
about this. I love the key in his hand, the bird up there. And here's her little shoes. She hadn't finished her dress.
No, that dress. Look at this dress. Now, oh my. Farm
it's so
Girl,
beautiful.
Michelle, is the one I
Oh
saw
my
her
gosh, just
finish.
look at
I
this
know the
dress.
flowers
It's
and
got-
everything.
I just can't wait. And look, this is my favorite part. I can't wait to stitch that cat.
Oh yes. I will tell you a little story about a cat. I had a cat.
A kitten.
A kitten.
There's a difference between a cat and a
It was
kitten.
a kitten, and my grandson gave it to me, so I felt like I had to keep it. It was going to be an outside kitten. We both fell in love with it. My husband really loved it, and then the kitten disappeared, and we were heartbroken. My husband especially, because he followed him in the shop and all over, and he'd really gotten drawn to him. His name was Charlie.
He was so cute.
He was
Little
yellow.
tabby.
And that was about my 7th yellow cat. So we
She does
realized
not
I
have any-
cannot.
No more yellow cats.
No
for
more,
Tina.
and that's
They
the only
just-
one I want. So my neighbor texted me one morning and said, "Isn't this your kitten?" And it was. And we found out that one of our neighbors possibly had it in their house and didn't tell us. And they told us that the cat had gotten hurt. So I talked my husband into letting the kitten stay in until it got fixed. And I spent, it's got to have the best
She
little...
had, Tina. It's going to have everything.
Go big or go home. And he had to have all the toys and the laser and the cute little mat underneath. Because if I put the mat underneath there's not going to be cat litter all over the house. Well, that's wrong. And I now know what the zoomies are. My cats and dogs are so different. Mm-hmm. I thought if you
Dogs get the zoomies when they go outside.
Well, right. But I thought that when you told a cat no, that they listen like dogs. No, they don't.
No.
So after several of my things got knocked over, a couple things got broken, it would just pounce on us out of nowhere. All the things that you love about your cats, I am a dog person.
See, I'm the opposite. We have a new puppy. It's my puppy. It drives me crazy because, it's a dog. And cats are just, to me, I've always loved cats. So, not that I don't love my dog, because I do, but it's just a difference.
I think if it would have been older, if he'd have been older, it'd have been okay. But that kitten stuff...
that's my favorite time is when the kittens.
No. They can get everywhere in your house.
Everything.
Yeah, and I'm like, what was that sound? How did you get up there? I don't understand. But anyway.
So she gave it to somebody who...
Yes, I did. Somebody that had lost a kitten, and they came that night, and they were blessed.
She's chewing up your greenery. You might want to take it away from her.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's a cat.
It's
plastic, and she's going to eat it.
That's my point exactly.
Of course, the dog chewed up the corner of one of my granddaughter's present boxes. So now I don't know how I'm going to wrap it perfectly, but
well, anyway.
All right, so
and
now,
I don't know how I went down that squirrel trail, but
That's what we're all about.
yeah, we do go
All right,
down
let me
'em.
show y'all my whips. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you is Heartstring Sampleries, His Eyes on the Sparrow. And I showed y'all last May. I was pretty much, up in this area still, but that's how much I've actually gotten done. I'm working on this bird right here and this, we've decided it's a fawn. It's really big. It's bigger than the cow, but that's just the thing about this. It's like really interesting. And I have actually done the border all the way over to the next side, just so I'm, see how big it is, so you can imagine how big this is. But I'm really enjoying it. I work on this. Sometimes I try to once a week. If I feel well, I do it. And I'm really enjoying it. There's always something new to find on here. But I'm getting over where I'm almost to the house now. So that's going to be fun, because I love to stitch houses. So that's His Eyes on the Sparrow. Do you need a bigger one?
No,
You want
I've
this?
got one right
Okay.
here. Here's your Savior's Praise.
Okay,
again,
so
Dad.
then my next big one is Savior's Praise. And I try to work on this every Wednesday when we have our call. And this is where I'm at on it. I've got all the alphabet in now. And I'm actually, if I wanted to, I could start working on one of the verses. And this is the basket. But I've been working on this border trying to make it go, because it's a lot of stitching in there, and I've got this basket halfway done. So I really
Man,
love
you're
it.
doing some massive pieces.
I know. I lost my mind this year when I started all this. But so this is what it looks like up close where I'm at. So I'm on that top part. And there, of course, there's a house. Get off my stitching, Mia. Get off my
There's that
stitching.
cat.
Get off there. She's bending my board. Let me put this over here. Okay. And then my sister and I started this on Thanksgiving Day, Feast of Friendship. I've had this kitted up for over a year and just never started it, and she wanted to, so we decided we would start it together. We've started quite a few. She's doing A Savior's Praise with me. I started that for my birthday. I actually started a piece for her birthday, but I didn't bring it this time, get it out this time to show you, because I haven't done that much. But I'll show it to you next time, because I'm going to work on it. So that's Feast of Friendship, and on Thanksgiving I worked on this,
So pretty.
and that's how much I got done. So I really want to get back to this. I've wanted to stitch this for so long, And so that's that one.
Whoop.
And let's see. There's this one here. I'm doing this one for my granddaughter for her birthday. It's called Promise Me. It's by Lizzie Kate. Oh, and Feast of Friendship was Blackbird. I didn't know if I said that. Can you hold that out? Because you can't see the whole thing. So that's how...
I like this fabric.
Yeah, it is Lugana, and it's cream Lugana. This is a piece, I used it because that's a piece I had left over from some other projects that I did, and that's what it's going to look like. It's called Promise Me, and it says, "Promise me you'll always remember you're braver than you believe and stronger than you seem and smarter than you think." And I just think that's just a great thing for her to...
You need to stitch that for me.
Yeah, I know. I think about you sometimes because you're always saying you're not smart, but she's very smart.
Smart aleck. I knew I could read your mind.
That's the nice way to put it. So, anyways, I've only stitched on this for like maybe a day, day and a half, and that's how far I got. I've just got to fill in this flower, and there's the keys almost done. There's a bird over here. So, it's really going quickly. But I want to get it done because I need to get it framed. So, but I think that's all I got out to show y'all. I really, like I said, I haven't been stitching too much. Well, yeah, exactly. That's all. But I really am enjoying it.
Hard because Gina and I talk every day.
Yeah.
Normally.
Yeah.
When I can get in between her sister. We barter for her time. When I was working from home, I could stay up late, and we really would talk a lot. But, this going through the treatments has been hard because she's usually sick for about the first week.
Yeah, well.
So,
But-
anyway. But she's just done incredible, and, you know,
Well, thank you.
just glad to be here.
Yeah, I can't believe we're seeing each
We're
other.
seeing
We're
each
seeing
other,
each other
yeah.
face to face. So I mean, we
Like
literally
little
have
girls
not seen
when
each
you used
other
to,
since what?
I'm going to bring my Barbies, and you bring that, and you bring, I brought this, and this, and this, and we can just cram it all into so many hours.
I know. Well, in October, the end of September, beginning of October, we actually went to the retreat house that we
Yeah.
filmed at before, and we stitched for 4 days. There were 7 of us there, and I was between treatments, so I actually could, and it was so wonderful, just seeing. I mean, I hadn't seen my sister in months. I hadn't seen Tina. I hadn't seen anybody except for my husband and my youngest son. I had only been around them since I came home from Colorado beginning of March, so I've been home. So it was so nice. And we're going back again between my treatments in April. And I'm so excited because I can see some girls.
Yeah. Oh, and the facility.
Oh, and my daughter comes and helps me. She takes me.
It was just wonderful.
appointments
And
and
when we
stuff.
go there, and we don't have to wear makeup, and we
Yeah.
can wear pajamas all day if we want to.
I think this is the first time I've had makeup on, and I don't even remember the last
I
time I wore
know.
makeup.
It was like when I saw her, I was like, wow,
You got
look
makeup
great.
on. My husband said, "Oh, there's my wife." Well, we have another thing to show you.
Yep.
We're going to start a project together that we just got, and we're so excited. Oops, that almost went behind the couch. And it is a shepherd's bush, and it's
Yay.
called Holy Night. So we're looking forward
I'm
to
going to
starting
do
it.
the back so you can see.
Well, yeah. So there's the actual framed piece,
Mm-hmm.
and you can really see it on there. I just cannot wait to start stitching on
It doesn't
this.
look like it's going to be that much, but that's what I thought about Harp, too. And it's...
That's what I just said to her. Oh, she just, we ordered it together, and she brought it to me today, and she said, I said, oh, that doesn't look like that much, but then my sister just stitched this, and that's why we're stitching this, is because she showed it to us on our FaceTime.
Yeah.
And we were just like, oh my gosh, we have to have that. So we're going to start that. We got the fabric, which was it 19 count?
Yeah.
But I don't remember what she said type it was, but of course it is Zweigert because it has the little orange on it, so we know
We
that.
got this from Shepherd's Bush.
Yeah,
and
directly
they
from
were
them.
wonderful about kitting it up. They got,
Yeah.
after we ordered it, we had it within a week. And
I didn't even think it took that long.
No,
it
it
seemed like
didn't.
she said, our stitching's already here. And I'm like,
And the entire
kidding me?
kit was less than $50, I
yeah,
think,
and
with
that's
shipping
with the
and
pattern, that's with the fabric, and that's with these buttons, which were the most expensive part, with the little buttons
And they
that go
sent
on
us a
it.
cute little
Here, I need
needle.
it. There we go. So I can't
Yeah.
wait to,
oh,
yeah,
I was
I'm
gonna
just
try.
like, so yeah, we're so excited to start this
yeah.
together.
And I have to tell,
And are we using, is it all DMC? What is it?
we were going to use DMC because
Yeah.
they called for a lot of variegated, but if you look at it, it's, other than maybe the hills, it doesn't look like it would need it. It's just so...
We'll let you know what we decide.
But
We just haven't
hey,
really...
you go from one thing to another, and you're just evolving
Yeah,
constantly.
yeah.
You know, what you stitch on, what you like, what you
Right.
don't like.
So,
But it's been such a blessing for me at work when, I stay in my little office all by myself now, and I don't like people coming through. When I want to be encouraged and I'm feeling down, I'll watch Daylene.
Oh, yeah.
So grateful. And, I tell you, I've asked her, I've commented and told Cynthia from Stitching in the Light that she needs to do more of the stitching and reading scripture with the music. That is so relaxing. Because this year has just been such a roller coaster ride for everybody.
Yeah.
And just everybody out there, when you post your videos, it's really been, except for Brenda and the Cereal Starter. And then that house tour, it was like,
I want that.
I thought I was getting a few things around the house.
She's been stitching a lot longer, though.
Yeah.
Um,
And I found somebody else recently that, you can just, I mean, it's just so infectious. Her joy for stitching and quilting and being connected with the group and sharing everything is Bonnie with Log Cabin Stitcher.
Oh, really?
Isn't there Log Cabin Quilt? Isn't that
yeah,
the
I
pattern?
think so.
It's Log Cabin. She's out in California,
I'll
and
have to watch
she
her.
does beautiful things. And it's just been fun watching her just find out about Flosstube and getting
Right.
back into. She did the same thing. She got rid of everything.
Well, I've been watching Colorado Stitcher. She did the same thing. She had just sold all of her stuff and then got back into it. She said, I started at the very beginning of hers and I'm watching it through. And funny thing about it is, I kept saying, I think I know her. She looks so familiar to me. And my sister had told me to watch her. And so I called my sister and I said, did she used to do Creative Memories? Because we were both Creative Memories consultants. And she's like, I think she was. I think she was in so-and-so's, was under so-and-so. And so we think we know you if you watch us.
Well, it's just.
So, and then also the Contented Stitcher. I started watching her, and she's Tina and my sister both told me to watch her, and I've been enjoying her a lot. So
it just gives you, having to be alone a lot.
There she goes.
There
she's going over by you.
Oh, don't get me. She
She's
always
not
makes
gonna
me
get
think
you.
she's going to jump on my head.
She won't
I'll
get
just look
anybody
like I
but
have a
me.
fur on
I'm the
my
only person she bites.
fur hat back there. Look at her, see? Anyway, yeah, and Teresa Kogut. I go through my house with my earbuds on. Her voice just soothes me going through my house. When I iron, I like to watch Chelsea and Priscilla.
There's
it's so weird how y'all
we could just keep going on and on about all the
Yeah.
floss tubes. I hope that y'all enjoy ours. I hope mine. I hope I encourage you when I come on. I'm hoping to be able to do this more now since I'm feeling up to it, and at least once a month. I think I can manage.
And
that.
I could maybe come back every now and then.
Yeah, and
show some of the stuff that I've
Right.
been doing.
It's fun when we
once
get
we get
together.
together. Yeah, that's all. We actually did this all in one take.
Yeah, can you believe it? We didn't even pause. So thanks for coming. Bye. Tina is Gadget Girl Stitcher on Instagram. I am love_2stitch. If you want to join our Stitching with the Bestie group, I wanted to say I have had quite a few people wanting to join, but they don't answer the questions, and that's just part of the thing. You have to answer the questions, and you have to answer particularly the last one that says you're going to agree with our guidelines, which aren't anything out there. They're just the normal things. So if you want to join and I've declined you, just submit and answer the questions, and I'd be love to have you on our group. Anything else you can think of that I'm forgetting?
No.
Okay, well.
May your floss never knot.
And your borders always meet. And we will
see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.